everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Today the topic is mensuration again and आज हम mensuration के जो past papers के कुछ questions हैं उनको solve करेंगे। यहाँ पर आई विल ट्राई कि मैं आपके लिए यहाँ पर जितनी भी हमारी शेप्स हैं, जो 3D शेप्स हैं जो mensuration में यूज़ होती हैं, उनमें से ज़्यादा जो मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ शेप्स को हम यूटिलाइज़ कर सकें। So this question is from October-November 24, paper 2-2, question number 3, and the question अगर हम read करते हैं तो it says the diagram shows a tank. The tank is a cuboid with the length 1.2 meters, width 0.6 meters, and height is 8 meters. So you can see कि इस diagram में हमें इस जो हमारे पास शेप है इसकी हाइट नहीं गिवन। तो द वॉल्यूम ऑफ द टैंक इज 1.8 meters cube. Calculate the volume value of H. To find the value of H, we know that volume of a cuboid is equal to length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. So the volume is 1.8 meters cube, which is equal to length is 1.2 and its width is breadth is breadth or depth, whatever you call it, 0.6, and height is unknown, so we will be inserting just h for that. Now solving this, we get 1.8 divided by 1.2 multiplied by 0.6. It is equal to the height h, and just let me do it on calculator, and h will be equal to 2.5. It is 2.5, and what units we are using, it is in meters, and volume is also in meters cube, so height is also in meters. So this question, part A, it was of mark 1, sorry, marks 2. इसके we will be writing the answer in answer space, 2.5 meters. Moving forward, fuel is pumped into the empty tank at a rate of 0.2 meters per minute. Calculate the time taken to fill the tank to 90% of its volume. So in this, सबसे पहले हम इसका 90% फाइंड कर लेंगे इसके वॉल्यूम का. If I show you, then its volume is 1.8 meters cube. तो वॉल्यूम अगर 1.8 meters cube है तो उसका 90% हम फाइंड करेंगे. 1.8 multiplied by 90 over 100, that will become 1.62. 1.62 meters cube वॉल्यूम. नाउ अब हमारा रिक्वायर्ड वॉल्यूम है 1.62, जिसको हमने फिल करना है, और रेट इज 0.2 meters cube per minute. Now consider that it is a question of proportions. It has become a question of proportions where we are dealing with the direct variations or direct proportion. देखें, अगर हमारे पास 1 मीटर क्यूब जो है वो फिल आउट हो रहा है, 1 मिनट में फिल आउट हो रहा है हमारे पास 0.2 meters cube, then what time will it take to fill 1.62 meters cube volume? Because it is in 90% volume, और हमने 90% volume के लिए ही फाइंड करना है कि इसको कितना टाइम लगेगा. So as this is the direct proportion, so we are going to multiply it in cross way. So 0.2x would be equal to 1.62 multiplied by 1, and x equals 1.62 multiplied by divided by 0.2, and its answer becomes 8.1 minutes. 8.1 minutes. Now look at the question again. In this line it is given, give your answer in minutes and seconds. So it means 8.1 minute has to be converted into minutes and seconds, because answer space is also requiring minutes and seconds. So 8.1 means we have 8 whole minutes, and 0.1 minutes when we convert a decimal part of the minute into seconds, we multiply it by 60 and it becomes 6 seconds. So total time is 8 minutes and 6 seconds. Moving to the next part, part B, we have prism. Diagram shows a tank with an open top. The tank is a prism with the trapezium ABCD as its cross section. You can see ABCD, the cross section of the prism. And keep in mind that the cross section of the prism is basically the base of the prism. Okay, cross section is always called the base of the prism when we take it in a way that this ABCD face and EFGH face both are identical faces. So identical faces, one of the identical faces, any one of the identical faces can be taken as base. And the measurements are given AD and BC. AD and BC both are equal to 70. Means if this one is 70, then this length is also 70. And CD equals 80 centimeters and AB is 110 centimeter. There is one more thing, that the base of the tank is a square. The base of the tank is a square, means if CD is 80, then CG is also 80, and DH is also 80, and HG, that will also be 80 centimeters. Calculate the total surface area of the sides of the tank. Now, this total surface area actually consists of the surface area of the two bases plus surface area of its floor, which is DCGH. Let me write here DCGH, plus surface area of all the walls, which is CBFG, one wall, and then ADHE, the second wall. The front and rear wall, they have been covered in these two bases. So the total surface area of the outside of the tank means, first of all, we need to find out the area of this base. Now, let's see that this base is a trapezium, and in this trapezium, as they have given us the measurements, this measurement is 80, this total length is 110, and this length is 70, and this length is also 70. Now, as we have these two lengths 70, it means that if we draw a perpendicular line between these two lengths here and at this point also, so 110 minus 80, we get 30. It means this length is 15 and this length is also 15. Now, just imagine this encircled part. It is a right triangle. To find the perpendicular height between two parallel sides, we need to use the Pythagoras theorem. And in this right triangle, to find this h or x, whatever variable you assign to it, हमारे पास इसमें लेंथ आ जाएगी h square equals 70 square minus 15 square by using Pythagoras theorem. And 70 square and 15 square, when we subtract it, we get 4675. H square equals 4675, and taking square root on both sides, h will be equal to 68.37. Let it be 37. 68.37 centimeters is the perpendicular height. Now, as we are going to find out the total area of the base, so we have to find out the area of the base by using the formula of area for a trapezium, which is A equals 1 over 2 multiplied by sum of the parallel sides S1 plus S2 and multiplied by the perpendicular distance between them, which is h. Putting these values, we get 1 by 2, and S1 is 80 and S2 is 110 as given in this question, and H we have found already. It is 68 0.37. Now, solving this, we get 12990.3, 12990.3 divided by 2. And if we know, if we see at the diagram, we see that this is the one base, and there is a base at the rear end of this what is this tank. So the rear end EFGH, that has the same area. So to find the sum of the total area, we can multiply this by 2, and 2 will be cancelled like this. And total area of the base is 12990.3. This is the one part, or one area. Now we need to find out the area of its floor, which is a square. So 80 multiplied by 80, the other one will be 6400. This is the second area which we have to add. And now coming to the sides, look at this. For side BCGF, we have 70 multiplied by 80 because it is a rectangular side. So both sides will be 2 times 70 multiplied by 80, and it becomes 0 0. And just let me see, it must be 56 multiplied by 2, and we get 0 0 2 1120. So this is the last area if we add this 1120 in these two. Just a second, I'm sorry for this. We have to add 11200 in, and these three areas, when we add them all, we get the total surface area. You people can do it by yourself. This question contains 5 marks. Now we have another question. It is picked from October November 24, paper 2-1, and question number 6. Okay, in the previous question, we have discussed about the trapezium formula. I'm talking about the previous question. Number 1, we have discussed trapezium. We have dealt with a prism, and we have taken their total surface area. So now in this question, we have a cuboid and a sphere in it. Question is, the diagram shows a sphere inside a cube. The sphere touches all 6 faces of the cube. When we talk that sphere touches all 6 faces of the cube, then you must understand that the diameter of the cube, which I am drawing here, diameter of the sphere, that will be equal to the length of one side of the cube, this length, and the volume of the cube is 343 centimeters cube. So to find the length, what do we have? We know that L cube is the volume of a cube because all sides are equal. So L cube equals 343, and taking cube root, we get, just a second, this is 7. So L equals 7 centimeters. It means this length is 7, this length is 7, and the diameter of this sphere is also 7. Now, what do we need to find out? Calculate the volume of the sphere. So, volume of the sphere, the formula is given 4 over 3 pi r cube. It means if the diameter is 7, then radius will be half of this diameter, which is 3.5. So, using these values, we get volume of a sphere, which is equal to 4 over 3, and pi, I will be inserting just pi in the calculator directly, and r cube means 3.5 cube. So using these values in calculator, so calculator gives a solution of all this to be volume is equal to 179.594. We can write just 594 centimeters cube is the volume of this sphere. Moving forward, in part B, we have solid A is mathematically similar to solid B, and the volume of this solid A is 540 centimeters cube and its height is 15 centimeters. The volume of solid B is 1280 centimeters cube. Calculate the height of this solid B. So in this question, we are going to deal with the concepts of similarity, and the formula we will be using as V1 over V2, which equal to L1 over L2 and whole cube. So using the given values in this formula, what we have is a volume of V1 is 540. So 540 divided by the other volume, which is 1280, multiplied by, equal to L1 over L2 whole cube. Length 1 is given to be equal to 15 and length 2 we need to find, which is equal to x and whole cube. So solving all this, we get x cube equals, just a second, x cube equals 8,000, and taking cube root on both sides, x will be equal to 20. So height of the solid B is given to be equal to 20. And moving to the next question now. We have in the previous question we have discussed about that a cube and a sphere, and in this question we are going to see that how to solve a cylinder and a cone. So reading the statement of this question, the diagram shows a solid formed by joining a cone to a cylinder. The cone and cylinder each have radius 6.3 centimeters. The slant height of the cone is 8.7 centimeter, and the ratio height of cone ratio height of cylinder is equal to 2.3. Very well. In this question, we have to find out the total surface area of this solid. So to find the total surface area of the solid, keep in mind that we need to use this surface area of the cone, which is equal to pi r L, and surface area of the cylinder, curved surface area of the cylinder, which is 2 pi r h, and also the base area, which will be pi r square. So this is the list of three formulas which we will be using in solving this diagram. First of all, keep in mind that we are not given the height of the cylinder or height of the cone. To find the height of the cylinder and height of the cone, we can just focus on this cone, where we are given height we have to find for the cone, and its slant height is equal to 8.7, and its radius is 6.3. So it is evident from this shape that we have to use the Pythagoras theorem, and by putting the values we obtain h square equals 8.7 square minus 6.3 square. Using these values in the calculator gives us h square becomes equal to 36 and h is equal to 6. Now moving, just let me make it clear. It means we have found that this height is now 6 centimeters, and we are given that the height of the cylinder and height of the cone is in 2:3. It means the height of the cylinder must be 6 multiplied by 3 divided by 2, and it is 9. So this height is 9. Now, as we have found this height of the cone and height of the cylinder, so we can easily find out the surface area of this cylinder, curved surface area of the cylinder. For this purpose, first of all, we will be finding the curved surface area of cone. Let's say that we call this as area A1, and this area A1 is pi RL. R is 6.3 3 multiplied by L is 8.7, the slant height. Area 2 will be equal to 2 pi RH, which is 2 as it is and pi as it is. I will be using the values of pi given by the calculators. And R is again 6.3, and H of is cylinder, height of the cylinder is 9. And there is one more area, the area of this base, the floor of this cylinder, A3, which will be equal to pi r square, pi into 6.3 square. I'm sorry, let me make it clear again. It must be 6.3 square. Now, using all these values collectively in the calculator, we obtain the total surface area to be equal to this all sum gives us area equals 653.137. We can write this as 14 centimeters square. This is the total surface area of this solid. Here in this question we have discussed about the surface area of the cone and cylinder. As I told you earlier, that we will be trying to solve almost all the types of the objects. So total surface area we have found. Now we have another question. This question is taken from October November 23 paper 22, and question number is 10. The question is evident from here. You people can see that volume of the cone is given and volume curved surface area of the cone is also given. So a solid is formed from a large cone with a small cone removed from the center. The small cone is a mathematically similar to the large cone. The vertex of the large cone is vertically below the vertex of the small cone, means these are symmetrically fixed with each other. The height of the larger cone is 21 centimeter and the diameter of the top is 18 centimeters. The height of the smaller cone is 14 centimeters. So to solve this question, or I guess that initially we have to use the concept of similarity again. It means that if height of this smaller cone is given to be equal to uh, that 14 centimeters, so height of the larger cone divided by height of the smaller cone must be equal to the diameter of this larger cone 18 divided by diameter of this smaller cone. And solving this, we get x equals 18 multiplied by 14 divided by 21. We get 7 2s are 14, 7 3s are 21, and 3 6 are 18. X is equal to 12. So this diameter of the smaller cone is now 12. As we have the diameters now, it means the radius 1, radius of the smaller cone, will be equal to 6, and radius 2, the radius of the larger cone, will be 9 centimeters. Now let's see what the question requires. What is the requirement of the question is uh, show that the volume of the solid is 399 pi centimeters cube. We need to show that the total volume of the solid is 399 pi centimeters cube. To find the volume, we have the formula for the volume of a cone, which is equal to 1 over 3 pi r square h. Now, keep in mind that here is a larger cone where we have removed the smaller one. So we will be finding the volume of the larger cone first and then volume of the smaller cone and then subtracting the volumes. So it means by using this radius, the volume would be equal to 1 over 3. Let's say that this is volume 1 as we are using radius 1. So volume of the smaller cone, it is 1 over 3 multiplied by pi r square. R is 6 here, so it is 36 multiplied by h of the smaller cone is 14. So it will be equal to 12, and the calculator, let me grab one. This is V1, which is equal to 168 pi. Now we have to find the value of V2 by using the same formula for radius 9, 1 over 3 pi multiply by 9 multiply by 9, and h for this larger cone is 21, and we can simply cancel this and it will be pi multiplied by 81 multiplied by 7. We get 7 and 5 67, it is pi. Now the total volume of the remainder or the total of this solid is 567 pi, and you have to remove 168 pi from this, and it will be certainly uh, 399 pi centimeters cube. So you have seen that in all these questions we have used different formulas for for the surface area or the volume according to the requirement of this question givens. I hope that this lesson may help you people in understanding the mensuration of 3D shapes and how do we solve the questions of the past papers. If you have any question, you people can ask in the comment section. Thank you very much.